Good morning. Can you hear the birds? Isn't it beautiful? Do you think they give a hoot? Do you think they give a hoot? Whether it's raining, whether it's sunny, whatever, they still just carry on singing anyway, don't they? That's what that word is, hootlessness. I heard that. I read that this morning and I just thought, that's just brilliant. Hootlessness. Hootlessness. And it's from the Sedona method. And it's basically the art of not giving a crap. I don't give a hoot. And you know why? Because it's all okay. I do a lesson every Tuesday night with my clients, and we were talking last night, and I knew that it was a powerful lesson. And so when I go to bed, then I get constant ideas, like intuition is just passing through, and I'm up and I'm typing my notes. And somebody came and said to me, Sheena, when you ever think about just changing who you are, don't. I woke up and I was like, bloody hell. And I know what the idea is just that just know that everything's okay. And then the next words that came up was stop asking, exclamation mark. And then I get up and I read that word, hootlessness, and just put it all together. It's just like everything is perfect. Everything is okay. But I hear you, you're going, but it's not. Well, then it's not. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's got the answer to anything that you have except yourself. Now, I understand, like, to get to that place is like, we're so stuck with our paradigms and our programming that it must be this way. But gradually, through the process that Bob teaches, we come round to this way and realize, go figure. I don't have to put so much effort into things. That's why you're so tired, because we've already spoken about this before, haven't we? Conscious mind is 2%, subconscious is 98%. But we do everything with our conscious mind, which is 2%. And when our subconscious, 98%, wouldn't it be so much easier if we just allow the subconscious to do it rather than put in so much effort in? And then when we do things from inspiration rather than to get, and you see, that's the thing, if we do any action to get something, that's actually coming from lack. And if we push that swing of lack out, well, guess what comes back from the universe? Because it is literally cause and effect, equal and opposite reaction from the universe. It's science. I mean, it's not woohoo or anything like that. It's science. And you know, when I mention God and any things that I do, the spiritual God versus the religious God are two different things. My goodness, I remember telling my mum one time that I didn't want to go to Mass. Well, my goodness gracious me. Her face was right in my face. And she just went mad. And then in the end, she said it was a mortal sin to not want to go to Mass. I was like, crikey, it's just easier to go to Mass. So, the God, when I'm speaking to different people and different religions, and I'm hearing how they were brought up in religion and how their God was compared to the God of the Catholic God that I was brought up with, like hell, fire and damnation, and you're not good enough. Of course you wanted to change yourself because you were always trying to be better, always trying to make up for yourself. Like, you were born in sin and you've just got to make up for yourself. And I know it says that in the Bible, but sin is missing the mark. Sort of had to be, you were born in the darkness so that you could see the light, because you couldn't see the light when you were in the light. So you were born into the darkness so you could see how bright you were. But then as soon as you try to shine bright and other people don't like it, they sort of knock you down, and you knock yourself down then after a wee while. You just go, my goodness, is that me? Can I really be like that? And of course, you mention that to somebody else and they go, don't be stupid. I mean, I had a friend yesterday, we were riding, and she said how somebody had said to her, listen, just face it. You know, you're going to be like this. You're going to be broke for the rest of your life. That's just the way you are. And I'm just like, why would anybody say that to you? And I said, I know why they said it, because their vibration was here. They see you rising. They don't know it. So don't be blaming anybody. They don't know it. It's just an automatic reaction. And so it's like their vibration, you're rising, and they see that, and they think they're going to lose you, and they feel fear. And so they want to make you safe. They drop into their level. So they criticize you to pull you down so you can be safe. But you felt crap, and they felt crap. So, no idea where I was going with that, but you get the idea. You've all had somebody who's pulled you down. Don't let them pull you down. You're absolutely amazing. Totally, totally amazing. Now listen, the good news is that I've been having a chat with a couple of my affiliates, and she's running her own program elsewhere with all my replays, and she's asked me to open the cart again until Friday. And so I've said, yes, okay. So the replays are going to be done all this week from the masterclass last week, and the offer will still be open until Friday. So I've reopened the cart. For those of you who were sitting on the fence and thought you'd missed out, you haven't. Perhaps you'd like to feel good. Perhaps it would feel good to follow with and study with other people about how great you are and what you could possibly achieve in this world. I know you want to shine. Hi, Debbie. Yes, that's exactly it. The crabs. What Debbie's talking about there is that if you put crabs in a bucket and you have just enough water to keep them surviving, which is basically how life happens, isn't it? Well, one crab tries to get out of that bucket, then the other crabs pull it down and eat it. Go figure. I remember the time that my daughter wanted to do something and she mentioned it to her dad, and she phones me up and she goes, oh my God, Mum, my dad's a crab. I didn't realize he was a crab. Don't blame anybody for being a crab. They know not what they do. They just don't realize it. And they think in their mind that they're being in your best interests. So let them be crabs, but just recognize it. And don't give a hoot. Hootlessness. Know that everything is okay. You're absolutely perfect as you are. But shine. Shine as the star that you are. You're made of the stuff that stars are made of. So why don't you just shine as brightly as them? You know it, don't you? You know there's more in there. You do know. And sometimes when we see our own brightness, we go, oh, I can't do this, can't do this. So what's the point? What's the point? But when every time you step up, it just gets better and better and better. Please step forward into your light. You are brilliance itself, and science shows us that you are actually light itself. So the difference between that religious God and the spiritual formless intelligence that is unconditional love, but we put so many conditions before we can be loved ourselves, so many conditions before we can have money, so many conditions before we can be happy, so many conditions before freedom. Today, instead of a to-do list, how about a being list? Who do you want to be today? I am being happy today, regardless of what you, or the rest of the world is doing. I am happy. You want to find out more about the program? It's open till Friday. The offer's on till Friday. You don't want to be not being in it, put it that way, because the price is going up. So it's up there. Have a look at it, book a call. And if you're afraid to look in the window, but don't be afraid to look in the window. Perhaps it would be nice to look in the window. Perhaps it would be nice to go in and browse around, even though you think you can't afford it. Go in and feel it. Because if you keep shying away from things you can't afford, then you can never afford them. It's like looking in a car window at cars that you can't afford. Go in and see them. Otherwise, you're never going to afford them. If you keep going, I can't afford that, guess what you just put into your future? You can't afford it. Isn't that why people came to watch the masterclass? Making your annual salary monthly? Because you wanted more. And then you shy away from the opportunity. I know, I get it. I get it. Best thing I ever did, step forward. You're amazing. We want to help you see that. Have the most blessed, gorgeous day ever. And thank you so much for being on. See you now.